All right. Welcome back to another edition of Mully Does Music-ish Stuff. I'm Mully, coming to you from my sound lab. And today we're going to do the second episode of a series I think I'm going to call Weird Reverbs, because we're doing all weird reverbs. I got a bunch of different reverbs, different reverb pedals, reverbs and amps, effects reverbs. Some of them are very weird. Some of them are only mildly weird. But that's going to be coming down the road, so look for some more of that coming up. Today we are doing specifically cheap digital Spring Reverb. As cheap as some of these are, and as small and portable as they are, they might be your best option if you're short on money, want that spring sound. So today I got my Strat as normal, and I have a Bad Monkey, which is kind of like a Tube Screamer, sort of, by Digitech. I tend to like it a little bit better than the Tube Screamer, but that's me. Your mileage may vary, but it's just a little overdrive to give my tone some dirt. Totally dry, no reverb. It sound like this. Gotta love rumble, man. So that's kind of what the dry signal sounds like without the Bad Monkey. And all of these digital reverbs I got under $30, I believe. The first one that we're going to do, the most expensive one, closest one to me, is going to be the Behringer DR600 digital reverb. It does a bunch of different kinds of reverb. We're only going to be worried about the spring right now, and this is kind of one of my favorites. I might have gotten this one a little bit cheaper because it had a messed up sticker for the controls, and really I just took the buttons off, printed out my own, and stuck it on there, just because I got tired of looking it up on my phone what each thing was. But this I think does a pretty impressive job for being a cheap reverb pedal that does spring reverb. Nice and springy. I have the tone set a little low. Whoop, there we go. It does get brighter. Let's turn that up. There we go. Set that up a little bit. So yeah, that does super springy. that has a long tail on it. You can turn that. But to be honest, back then, when surf was popular, the amps had bigger tanks in them, which had bigger springs, which tend to reverberate a little bit longer, so you tend to have longer tails on some of those older amp spring reverbs. So we'll get into tank size on at a later date. And for what this pedal is, for how much it costs, I think it does a really good job. Now this actually has 9 spring reverb settings in it. And I will also give it away that this is my least favorite of the cheap spring reverbs. This RP50 cost me like $25. But it does have a spring reverb setting on it. So if you want spring reverb and a bunch of presets and having to do weird stuff, and you gotta like store it before you bypass it, or else it brings the whole preset back or some BS. Whatever. But I think this one tends to sound artificial, and it was kind of early on in digital spring reverbs. There wasn't digital spring reverb for a while because people wanted to get away from spring reverb. We'll talk about that a little more when we talk about the Carbon. But in a lot of initial reverbs that hit the market, both rack effects and pedals did not have spring reverb in them. And I think this Carbon, the reverb is just generic reverb, doesn't have spring. Other one we're playing through is the solid state one on the bottom there. Same as always, but this one to me just sounds really corny. It's almost like a caricature of spring reverb. I think this pedal's from about 2002, early 2000s, let's say 2005, somewhere around there. And to me, this reverb is definitely not the best. I have it set on 6. It goes up to 9, and the higher it goes, the more reverb there is. So. I had it set at 8, not 6. I couldn't see the one LED. Now we're at 9. You can kind of hear it there, especially. It's just kind of, I don't know. It grates on my nerves a little bit. Maybe if we turn it down a little bit, it'll sound better, but don't count on it. Also, you can't turn the EQ off on this, so I tried to zero it out, sort of. We're at 5 zone, just about everything. I think I made a boosted the mids because I think this wants to tend to cut mids a little bit, but that's what that one sounds like. And I'm going to switch it off, and we're not going to go back to it because I'm probably going to have to turn everything off again if I want to. So last up is the Moskey Spring Reverb. It's a mini pedal. I think it was about $27 when I got it. And so that makes it a really compact, really cheap alternative. It is a one-trick pony, and it's the only trick it does. It's got a couple settings, dwell, which is the same as the time for the digital reverb, and I think level and time. That's it. Bare bones. I don't think it goes as deep as the DR600 does, but it definitely doesn't sound as cheesy as the RP50. So I think if you're prioritizing size, or if you really just want a single function spring reverb pedal, this is probably pretty good. It sounds nice and boingy. You get the idea. Yeah, I'm not going to fiddle with the settings too much on that one, but I really do like the Moskey for Spring Reverb. Like I said, it doesn't do anything else like the Behringer does. But it's also in a metal box. I believe it's got a true bypass on it. I'm not sure the DR600 has true bypass on it. And who knows, I didn't care enough to look up what was in the RP50. I'm more like warning you to stay away from that one, unless maybe you need like some backing drums or something. It does that too. It's got a lot of presets in them. Some of them sound kind of cheesy and dated, but what are you going to do? But these are the 3 cheapest digital spring reverbs I have. I think maybe the only other one I have is on like a multi-stomp. I've got an MS-70 CDR, and I know that has 1 or 2 spring reverbs in it. That's more like, well, when I got it, it was like a $120 pedal. They might be more now. But let me know what you think. Let me know which ones you liked. Let me know if you hated the RP50 as much as I do. Drop that in the comments. Like, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications, all that fun stuff. I love talking to you guys about gear. As you can tell, I'm better at talking about gear than I am playing the guitar tonight. So that's a good time. And, it helps me keep this channel going and bringing you guys all this fun stuff. So thanks for hanging out with me in my Sound Lab here. Talk with you later. And if you have any questions, like I said, drop them below. All right. Peace out.